I'm not gonna lie. This is not like this is something that I've dreamed about forever, but it is something that I feel like I've been working towards without even knowing it. And something that, me and our team that we've it's like one of those things where you're trying to solve a problem and you talk about all the possible solutions, and then you end up discussing the problem so much and the solution so much that you end up coming to this realization that all the solutions that you're talking about are themselves a new opportunity. So that is how the Creative Hub was born. We were talking about how to do community events, and I didn't want to just throw open mics and have people come and perform. I wanted to I wanted people who come to Launchers Fest, who come to anything related to Launchora, to have a different experience than what they're used to and what they've seen before. And we were just working out that idea. It's like, okay, what is the fest going to be about? What is a Launchora community event? What is it that we want people to be able to get out of these things? And the answer presented itself in the form of, oh, we want to make a place where people can feel comfortable to write. We want them to feel relaxed. We want them to challenge themselves. We want them to be together in one place. We also want them to have their own space. And we were like, oh, we don't have a huge office, so we were like, oh, we hope that we can only fit like 25 people at this fest. What if we want to allow more people to come? And then we were like, oh, maybe we'll have to spread the event over a few days. And then it just hit us that, oh, why don't we make the fest the beginning of an ongoing, unlimited, forever event, which is to give people that thing that they get at events, but all the time. A place to tell stories, a place to figure out what kind of writer you want to be, figure out what kind of work you want to do. If you are in any way doing anything creative, whether it's just writing poetry, or you're a freelancer, or you're working, and you need a place to do this thing as a hobby, or just absolutely anything. I like to call it, for me, the Creative Hub is an idea that we sowed in our own brain a few weeks ago when we wrote a guide called, I don't remember the title of the guide, but the focus of the guide was something that we called the brain gym or the soul gym. And that just stuck with us, and I just got stuck on that idea of, oh, if you go to the gym to work on your body, where do you go to work on your mind? If you're in college, or if you're in school, the school you go to, the college you go to, the library there, that's where the closest thing I could come up with. And then I'd realized that before I even had an office, I would go to Starbucks to work. When I was writing, when I was working on Launchora, and I just wanted to make a place that I would use. A place where I could work out my mind, because it is, sometimes you just need a change. If you're good at writing at home, that's amazing. If you go to the hills to write on a little shack, that's also amazing. It's not like you only need one place to write, but it is this idea that, oh, I can focus when I put myself in a place that I associate with creativity. Why do people in colleges like go to study at the library? When I went to college, I couldn't understand why people went to the library to study. I was like, why don't they just study at home? Because that's what I was used to growing up in India. And it wasn't until maybe the second year of college that I really started seeing the value of having a library, because it was the focus zone. It was the place where you knew that you're not going to do anything else. There's no distractions. You get there at 10 a.m. and you leave at 10 p.m. and that's it. For those 12 hours, you're just going to focus and get your stuff done. So for students, for people who are working, for just members of our community, for writers, I wanted to open up a creative hub